Well, this might qualify as too much attention to detail, but talking about these oil pan seals here, we're getting ready to put the beautiful Winner's Circle oil pan from our friend Jeff over there, thank you very much, onto our race bottom end here. We've got, you can see the multi-web crank arrangement. In recent years, these cork ends that are supplied with the gasket kits have been pretty sketchy. In years past, they used to be plenty long. They would be what's called proud of the surface here when installed. Some of the ones I've seen barely reach this before you've even put the pan on and compressed it a good ways. Here's one here, and we just got, and we'll see if we can do this one-handed. The width of the groove in the pan makes it such that you can't really reliably get it to stay there. You can see here, I could probably get it in place here, but it wants to twist immediately. Now, when you're trying to put these in and you've got silicone sealer, it really isn't very easy to position them, and there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to help it take a position. But when you put it in place even, now think we've got silicone and we're trying to get this to stay, it immediately wants to twist. You look down on it here, the width of it. And now this oil pan is standard up here. And you can say, well, you might get away with squashing this down. I tried it actually. I thought, well, all right, I don't trust that this is going to stay in place. You don't have any ability to reach in here and do anything. You just sort of have to position it, put the pan down, and let it crush. And I just don't trust these rails. The rubber ones that have been available, same kind of story. They don't stay in place. People have a hard time knowing that they're reliably in place. Our solution here, and this is where maybe too much detail comes into play. I found I had this old, look at these old multi-gasket kits that you have laying around. I think this might have been an MGB valve cover. Exactly the same height, except you can see that it's thicker. You can see here's the MGB one. Everything's the same except it's thicker, right where it needs to be. So when we position it, look how nicely it takes to the groove. And I made this one here for the small end of the 1275 pan. Is perfect arc, nice fit. The width of these more closely resembles the width here in our main bearing caps. As we squash that down, it should make a very reliable seal, and we can feel really good about it staying in place when we're lowering the pan and trying to start all these screws at the same time. Details, details.